Happiness, get over yourself. What happiness? Being able to deal with the real difficulty of life and be able to enjoy that, that's happiness.
I can't tell you how many times I've said, how come I can't go back to the guy I was before this happened to me?
This is what I wanted. I wanted a husband, I wanted children.
There's a certain space in my wife's heart that I don't have anymore, and I want to win that space back.
This actual feeling of love, no. There were two people there who are older than me who gave me money and fed me. I'm sure they did love me, but it wasn't like I'd come home, come here, Sonny, come here, ooh, I love you, nothing like that.
I'm Dan Gilbert, and in the course of this series, we're going to look at the human journey toward happiness. We're going to do that by talking to scientists who study human nature from the level of the neuron to the level of the neighborhood.
Once you become emotional, how intense do you experience emotions? How big is the change?
We're going to also talk to ordinary people who are on that particular quest and some extraordinary people whom you probably already know.
I do think happiness is reflective. And it's something I'm pretty conscious of, but I think all emotions have a role in a healthy life.
I lost my job. I'm facing a life change. Now I need to have an agenda. I need to have plans.
In this journey, we're going to examine social relationships, how they go right, how they go wrong.
I'm at the point that Leaf's behavior is out of control. There's no resolution to the conflict.
The problem with not being held, with not being responded to, is information that the child is learning.
We got into the fight of the century. It lasted for about 3 hours. We cried the whole time and screamed and yelled.
We're all in this together. We're in a moving organism.
We're going to also look at negative emotions. Anxiety, fear, worry, jealousy, anger. Where do they come from? Why do we have to experience them?
Have I lost it to the point where I did feel like I've lost it? Yeah.
Anger feels like acid that runs through you. You must lash out and hurt.
I was setting out to prove that depression was an illness with a physical basis, like other illnesses.
Depression, it's not like having a bad day. There's just so much more to that.
I went through like 6 or 7 years of real depression. I just couldn't quite figure out what it was, and I just was never quite given the right pill.
And we're going to end, of course, with happiness itself. Why are we so poor at looking into the future and figuring out what will make us happy?
I won the lottery, but being happy / content takes work. You have to work at it.
I feel 100% exactly the same person that I was before my injury. I mean, nothing has changed about me.
We can develop ourselves to be more resilient so that we have skills, we have abilities to face stress, and ultimately, in a sense, even grow from stress.
I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. I used to think that things would make me happy. More money, success, prestige, position would make me happy. And I'm realizing now that that's not the fact. I think you can't really put a price on happiness or put a label on happiness. Happiness comes from within. Happiness comes from experiences that we have with people that we love.